We go. Another episode, Dathlete Daily. This is episode 13. 13, number 13 coming at you. We got a ways to go yet before we reach 90, but we're going to keep chipping and we're going to get to 90. And who knows? We're going to keep on going. So, in this episode, I want to talk about leveling up to level up. And this is all about taking yourself to the next level. And I want to talk about this because I did a thing and I jumped on board another program. I hired myself another coach, and I'll be honest, like it took 3 or 4 days for me to make a little bit of a decision to finally hop on board with this program and um, take a big step into the unknown. But I know stepping into the unknown is going to help me grow. It's going to help me change. It's going to help me level up, and it really made me think back to when I first took a big step to level up. And I want to talk about this because a lot of the men that I talk to, they've been in the same position for years and years and years. You know, within the Forge Father, the main focus is to really help busy dads get that edge back in life. And so they want to lose this 20 to 30 pounds or more. They want to destroy this dad bod that they see they have in the mirror. And they essentially want to level up as being a dad, as being a husband, as being a producer, and being an athlete. And in order to do that, they need to take a step forward and get themselves out of their little comfort bubble and get themselves a part of something bigger than themselves, a group, a community, a coaching program, if you will. And of course, I'm going to back it because I'm a coach myself, but I wouldn't be sitting here saying, hey, you need to level up if you want to level up and hire yourself a coach if I didn't believe it myself. And so I want to go years back, over 10 years ago, before I started my gym. Right when I was thinking about starting my gym. Had really no clue what I was going to do. I was going boot camps and doing all this different stuff, but it was just kind of leveled out. And so I went to this big event out in California. Paid for it on a credit card. Didn't have money to actually pay for it, so I put everything on a credit card, hotel, the ticket for the event, the plane ticket over there, all that stuff, credit card. And so I was there at this event, networking, meeting a lot of cool people, learning from a lot of very successful people. And, you know, part of me, there was just still a part of me knowing that I wasn't getting enough from this event, because while I was learning a lot of great information, it was information that I already knew. And so part of me knew I was going to come back home. Sure, I was going to implement, I was going to take fast action, but still, was that going to be the change? Was that going to be the thing that I needed to do to actually level up? And so the final day of this event, they pitched the coaching program. They pitched the mastermind that they had for this particular event. And I had never been a part of anything like this. I had never had a coach like this. I had have already always been doing my own thing up to that point. Sure, I invested into different programs and kind of like do-it-yourself things, like a course or whatnot. And sure, I'd take action on it. I would implement the information, but it was just like there was this glass ceiling. I never really knew what it was. And so here I was at this event. I was sitting in the back row. That's how I do things. I don't sit in the front row often, but sitting there in the back row. And they start having all these people come up, talk about the success that they've experienced from being in this coaching program, this mastermind. And so the fucking proof was like, it was there. It was not undeniable. It's like, if you join this program, if you want to level up, you need to level up. The proof is in the pudding. You join this program, you will be guided forward. Obviously, you got to do the work, but you join this program, you will be helped and guided forward, and you too can be a success. You too can be up on this stage. And I remember thinking to myself, I want to be up on that fucking stage next year. And so they pitched the program. They handed out these sheets. And I remember taking the sheet, filling out my information. And the one thing that really just stumped me was, of course, the investment. The investment was way out of my comfort bubble at that time. It was $2,000 down for the program, a year commitment for the program, $1,200 a month after that. Way outside of anything that I've ever invested into up to that point, besides my freaking Jeep. You know, that was a big investment. Didn't have a car, or didn't have a house yet. You know, those types of things. And so I remember filling out my information. I was like, should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I do this? Should I not do this? I need to do this. I want to do this. However, there's that big leap. There's that big leap, that financial investment that needs to be made. And really, it's a way of voting, if you will. Like vote on your priorities, really. And so, if you want a certain outcome, then you got to make certain things priorities. And in this case, if I wanted to level up, I needed to level up. I needed to get past my fucking bullshit stories inside of my head, because I remember sitting there on the back row with this pink sheet filled out, thinking about all of the things that were going to go wrong. Thinking about how I was going to make this investment. I was going to drop $2,000. I was going to put it all on a credit card, and I did. And how the hell was I going to make $1,200 a month to pay for this? What is my wife going to say? And this is for another episode, but I'll talk about that whole side of things. Like, a lot of it was like, just call up Andrea, ask her first, knowing that she was going to say no. So that would give me an out. And I wouldn't have to level up. I wouldn't have to get out of my comfort zone, right? But either way, here I was, filled out this sheet. I'm like, fuck, I need to do this. Something needs to change. I need a fire lit under my ass to level up. And so they had a table at the back of the room. I get up. I walk this pink sheet over to the table, give it to them. It's kind of like, I can't think of what movie it is. It's like handing over something. They don't let it go. But either way, that's kind of what it was like. I was like, here you go. And I remember going back, sitting in my seat. I'm like sweating at this point. Holy shit, what did I just do? What did I just do? I think I made a big mistake. Again, all these stories, all these what ifs going through my mind. And I actually got up, went back over to the table, and I said, hey, I just turned in my sheet. I need to get it back. I'm going to actually use a different card. I think I put the wrong card down, knowing I don't have another credit card. I just wanted to get my sheet back because I was going to tear it up and I was going to throw it away. And so they give it back to me. I walk back over to my seat because I didn't want to tear it up right in front of them. But I sit down and I'm having second guesses again. Should I do this? Should I not? And I sat there for a good 10 minutes, just really thinking about things. And finally, I said, you know what? If you want to level up, you have to fucking level up. You can't level up without leveling up. You can't continue to do the same thing over and over and over and expect the same results. So I turned my sheet in. Rest is history. Long story short, rest is history. One of the best decisions I've ever made in my life that literally changed my life. Making that decision, just jumping into the freaking fire. It was very scary. It was uncomfortable. A lot of doubts, a lot of fears, but that's when you actually level up and you become the person that you need to become at that next level. And it's like you level up and you just become a completely different individual. And then you got to level up again. And you got to level up again. And that's really what life is about, is leveling up, is going to that next level, seeking out challenge, seeking out discomfort, because it's going to force you to grow. It's going to force you to ascend. And it's an ongoing journey until you die. Think about it. You get to a certain level, it's just like, okay, now you level out. You get bored. That's when you truly start dying, right? But either way, the biggest thing that I want you to take away from this episode, if you're a dad, an ex-athlete dad, and you've been in this position where you can't seem to find the right diet, you can't seem to find the right workout program, you're finding yourself unmotivated constantly, you can't seem to get yourself on track and just generate momentum so you make the changes that you want to make. You're looking for the next shiny object. You're looking for the next freaking quick fix. Stop with that bullshit and just level up. It's time to level up. Join a program that has proven it works, that has proved that it works time and time again with different types of individuals. Join a program that is going to force you to level up. It's going to force you out of your comfort zone. It's going to make you do things that you wouldn't normally do on your own because you take the easy route out. Does that mean join the Force Father? No. There's a lot of programs out there. Find the program that's going to work best with you, what you want to do in particular, in accordance to your goals. Force Father, I work with the ex-athlete dad, the dad that wants to get that edge back and is freaking driven and determined to do that. That's who I work with. The individual that doesn't want to accept average anymore, the individual that is sick and tired of mediocrity, the individual that wants to be a fucking champion. He wants to be the uncommon man. He wants to set himself on the next level. So if that seems like something that resonates with you, feel free to reach out. We can have a conversation. We can see if this is a good fit for you. We can take the next steps forward. If not, I'll be able to guide you in the right direction. I know a lot of other great programs out there. Nothing quite like this, but there's a lot of other great programs out there. And if you're looking to level up, I know there's something out there that will force you to level up. But you got to think about what it's going to take to level up. It's going to take some sacrifice. It's going to take you walking into the unknown. It's going to take you facing your fears, overcoming your self-doubts, the bullshit stories that you're coming up with inside of your head. That's when you level up. That's when you earn and unlock the next level of you. You hold the key to making that change, and you got to take that first step. So hopefully you get a lot out of this episode. Again, I wanted to share this episode because, again, I chose to level up. Stepped into discomfort zone again. The fire's lit under the ass, and now it's time to get better. I'm not satisfied. I'm at a certain level. I want to take it to the next level. So here we go. I challenge you to do the same.